students, hearty welcome to this period. In physics branch, the most important chapter is optics. Optics means light. Light means energy. Energy transmission. The energy transmission is in the form of reflection and refraction. Reflection and refraction. The first aspect I am going to take is reflection. Now I am going to take a plane mirror. What is the meaning for plane mirror? Every day we are using plane mirror in our house to correct the dress, to correct the face, to make neatness we are using plane mirror. What is plane mirror? In the plane mirror, size of the object is equal to size of the image. When you stand in front of a plane mirror, we can see our own image. Size will not be increased or size will not be decreased. That is called plane mirror. Size of the object. We are standing in front of the mirror. We are object. Inside the mirror we can see the image. That is reflection. Light rays gets reflected. Reflection is always opposite isometry. It's a very important phenomenon. Reflection is always opposite isometry. And another point, the distance between the object and the mirror is equal to the distance between the mirror and the image. Mirror and the image. Now, in this aspect, I am going to explain what is plane mirror. In the case of plane mirror, I am putting this kind of line. That means reflection takes place only this side. You can see a glass. You take a glass. In one side it is coated with a chemical. Especially some chemicals, silver salts and lead oxide. Most of the plane mirror we can see red color. Red color is due to lead oxide. Silver salts, in order to protect the silver salt, after packing silver salt for reflection, and the lead oxide is coated to protect the silver salt. Now after baking chemical coating, the glass plate becomes a plane mirror. Now this is the symbolic representation, figure representation of a plane mirror. I put XY, plane mirror. Now this side is called a reflecting side. A man standing, for example, what will happen? A ray will go from the object to the plane mirror. Falls at this point, A, B. Now AB is called incident ray. Gets immediately reflected. BC is called reflected ray. Arrow mark is very important. Then only we can identify which is incident ray, which is reflected ray. AB is called incident ray. What is the meaning for incident ray? From the object, many number of rays gets scattered. There are two types of scattering. One is convergent ray, the other one is divergent ray. Now in both the cases, many rays are going. For our convenience, we are taking a single ray. A single ray of light falls at the plane mirror. AB is called incident ray. B is called the point of incident. What is the meaning of point of incident? The point at which light rays falls gets reflected immediately. AB is called incident ray, BC is called reflected ray. Now from B, draw a perpendicular. BB. Usually is called normal. Perpendicular in reflection is called normal. Therefore, AB incident ray, BC reflected ray, BD normal. AB incident ray, AB incident ray, BC reflected ray, and BD is normal. That means perpendicular. Now we can very well understand. A is the object. We are standing in front of the mirror. See the image. Image is in opposite direction. That is why I told you reflection is called opposite isometry. Now you measure the angle. I. Angle of incidence A, B, D. called angle of incidence. What is the angle of incidence? The angle between the incident ray and the perpendicular is called angle of incidence. And the angle between perpendicular and the reflected ray, DBC, is called R. You can very well understand AB is the incident ray, BC is the reflected ray, and BD is normal. ABD, angle of incidence I, DBC, angle of reflection R. There are two laws. What are the two laws? The first law says incident ray, reflected ray, and the normal at the point of incidence lie in the same plane. This is the first law. I repeat once again. Incident ray AB, reflected ray BC, and the normal BD lie at the same point, same plane. Second law, it is found that angle of incidence is always equal to angle of reflection. This is the main property for plane mirror. Main property for plane mirror. In the plane mirror, size of the object is equal to size of the image. And another point, the image is always erect. Inverted image you cannot get. Suppose if you stand in front of the plane mirror, suppose if an object gets inverted, we may get afraid because erect image. Why erect image? It is virtual. It is virtual. You can see the image only on the plane mirror. You cannot get on the screen. If you get on the screen, real image. Since it is virtual image, you cannot get the screen. Therefore, AB, A and C both same size erect. Another point, object distance is equal to image distance. This is the very important property for plane mirror. Now another aspect I am going to take it, spherical mirror. Spherical mirror. Spherical means sphere. That's all. What is a sphere? Circle. What is a sphere? Circle. And take the circular mirror. You can see circular mirror in the side of the driver's seat. Automobiles, car, bus, everything. Outside there is one mirror, concave mirror you can see. In order to, the driver is having the helping tendency to see the other vehicle coming behind far away. That is called circular mirror. Circular mirror is called spherical mirror. Now see the board. I am going to cut like this. Two parts I am cutting. To take this part. This part. This is reflecting surface. Now this there falls here, gets reflected. Since reflection takes place at the cave surface, cave means a bulging side, hollow side, bending side. Since reflection takes place at the cave surface, it is called concave mirror. Concave mirror. Now you take this part. Chemical here. Ray gets like this. It is called convex mirror. Reflection takes place at the cave, hollow sphere, hollow surface, concave mirror. Reflection takes place at the bulging side, it is called convex mirror. What is the main difference between plane mirror and spherical mirror? In the case of plane mirror, we have size of the image and size of the object are equal, and also the image distance and the object distance are equal, but this is not the case here. Now let us consider a concave mirror. This is the figure representation of concave mirror. Concave mirror. Now the central part you take. A line passing through the center of the concave mirror is called principal axis. Is called principal axis. Principal axis. You know very well whether it is concave mirror or convex mirror, it is a part of a circle. Circle is having center. Therefore, concave mirror also has center. C is called center of curvature. Center of curvature. Point P is called optic center. Optic center. I put center of curvature, optic center. A line passing through center of curvature and optic center is called principal axis. Concave mirror and convex mirror, we have focus, but there is no focus for plane mirror. How to get a focus? You take a concave mirror, face towards a distant object. In front of me, there is some tree. In front of me, I keep my concave mirror like this. I am focusing the tree. Rays coming from distant object is always parallel. If the object is at far off distance, rays coming from the far off distant object will come parallel. See the bow. Parallel ray. Arrow mark is very important. Many number of rays are coming. But for my consideration, I am taking 2 rays. Now the object is at far off distance. 2 rays are coming parallel. The main property of a concave mirror is after reflection, the reflected ray will converge at a fixed point on the principal axis. Will convert a fixed point on the principal axis. See that? These 2 rays are parallel. After reflection, the reflected ray will meet at a point on the principal axis. That is called focus, capital F. Capital F stands for focus. Now this focus is a real focus. Why is a real focus? The reflected ray will meet automatically real focus. Now PC, what is PC? The distance between the optic center or pole, especially pole and the center of curvature is called the radius of curvature. PF is equal to focal length. This is equal to FC. See the point. Focus is always the midpoint of the pole and the center of curvature. It is nothing but half of radius. From this understood, focal length is half of the radius. Small f is the focal length. Capital F is the principal focus point. This is the case for concave mirror. Now I am taking convex mirror. What is the picture for convex mirror? Now this is pole, this is center of curvature, PC principal axis, chemicals inside, reflection outside. Now you take, this is concave mirror. See my hand, concave mirror. This is convex mirror. I am focusing convex mirror towards the distant object. You know very well, the rays are coming parallel. I am taking only 2 rays. The 2 rays are parallel. Now this is convex mirror. This is convex mirror. This is concave mirror. The 2 rays parallel. After reflection, they will meet at a point on the principal focal axis automatically. What about this one? In the case of convex mirror, the ray gets diverted. The reflected ray gets diverted. You see here, the reflected ray gets converted, converged. Therefore, meet automatically. Diverge. The 2 reflected rays will not meet. What we have to do? In the rear side, it will be dotted line. It is meeting at F. Why are you putting dotted line? Actually, they are not meeting. We are making to meet. Since we are making to meet, that F is called virtual focus. PF is the focal length we have to put minus sign. Why minus sign? To think the distance we have to measure it in terms of minus because it is a virtual image. In the case of concave mirror, it is L focus, it is plus F. Now, you suppose you take any object. The distance between the object and image, object and the mirror is U. U is called object distance. U is called object distance. V is called image distance. F is called focal length. The formula says 1 by F is equal to 1 by U plus 1 by V. Without sign convention, I put small f focal length, U object distance. What is object distance? The distance between the object and the mirror. What is V? The distance between the image and the mirror is called V. Now without sign, I am not going to sign. Only general formula is 1 by F is equal to 1 by U plus 1 by V. This is the general introduction for plane mirror and spherical mirror. In the case of plane mirror, size of the object is equal to size of the image. In the case of concave mirror or convex mirror, both the sizes are not equal except in one case. In most of the cases, the object will be small, image will be enlarged. In some cases, the object will be enlarged, image will be small. Therefore, object distance and image distance, in most of the cases, they are not equal. Size of the object and size of the image also are not equal. This is the general aspect, general difference between plane mirror and spherical mirror.